counseling psychologist and the CEO of Amazon Counseling Center, that is Silas Kirinya, is helping us to identify ourselves, and he has told us that God loves you the way you are and for who you are. You just have to dispose yourself in a way that God can be able to grace you. Okay, welcome back, Mr. Silas.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So if you can see, I'm trying to blend two things. I'm trying to blend psychology and spirituality, because actually that is the main theme that we are talking about. Even though today I'm focusing particularly on identity and how it can help us, in terms of our mental wellness. So I want just to touch a little bit, and then from there I will leave a room for questions and to respond to any comment that you are sending to us, and also feel free to SMS us as you have been told, and of course even to call and speak to us. So when you come to remedy in terms of values, I will say that your very values can save you from a very traumatic, from a very adverse kind of a situation. You can be in crisis, and your very values actually save you from that crisis. Let me use a value of hope. A value of hope, or if you like, let me just call it a value of hope. If you have hope in life, it's the same as someone who has, or someone who possesses what they are looking forward. What they already have. Let me put it this way, so that is very clear. Someone wants to build a house. There's someone who has money to start building the house, but there's also someone who has hope that they will build the house. So these two people are equally the same. Because the one who doesn't have hope and doesn't have money, then what will happen at the end of it all? They will feel depressed. They will feel uncertain. Anxiety will set in because they don't have money and they don't have hope. But the one who has hope, even though they don't have money, they are likely to remain hopeful and stable until they get that money and probably build their house. Of course, the one who has money already doesn't need hope because they already possess what they need. And so that's why concepts like values like hope, faith, they are very necessary. And I know sometimes we take hope and faith like only a spiritual concept. Yes, it is a spiritual concept, but it works very well even in the psychological platform. Like what is it that you do without hope? Without faith, without even hope. For you to leave where you are to go to your office, what did you use? If not hope, if not faith, that you will get there. So these are not just spiritual concepts. They are concepts that are with us wherever we are. And so that's why then, if you have a concept of hope, then you make sure you don't lose it. You hear me in many forums, I say, if there is one thing that I treasure, that I don't want to lose, is hope. Because once hope is lost, then anxiety, worries, fears, and every other negative thing will get into yourself, will get into your house, because your door is wide open and anything can come in. But when you have hope, you block helplessness, you block worthlessness, you block anything that actually at the end of it all does not bring in a sense of stability in terms of your mind. Look at people like Nelson Mandela. How did they survive in prison for all those years? It's because they had a sense of hope. It's because they had a sense of faith that things will work someday. And they had a sense of resilience, which is also another very strong value that is lacking in our society today. The ability to bounce back in those difficult situations. What about people like Mother Teresa? How are they able to do the job that they did, that even governments have not been able to do? It is because such a woman, even in her old age, she still had that sense of hope and faith that God is going to provide for these children. God is going to provide for these poor people. And those are the concepts that she had. She had values like hope, love, which for her was just not based on what someone does, was not based on what someone has, was based on who someone is. And that's why she would pick someone who really, you look at them, they look dirty, they look everything else that is bad, but she would pick those people, embrace them, and take them back to the community, and take care of them, and love them, and treat them, wash them, love them, all those who are rejected and thrown in the street, she would go and pick them. Why was she able to do that for so many years? And yet she did not have even resources of her own. is simply because she had that value of love, that value of hope, that value of faith. So when you have your values in order, when your identity is properly aligned, then you can face anything in life.